Hi, it's me again. I just wanted to come in here and talk about pool building real quick. I don't even know if it'll be real quick, but I want to talk about pool building. It's very important that you understand kind of how pool works. Right now, I'm going to talk about who we are as Apex Watershape, what we build, and after I talk about what we build, I'm going to talk about, as I go through what we build, you'll learn a little bit about the types of pool. When I get on with that, I'm going to erase the board and I'm going to talk about a little bit about functionality. You need to understand a little bit about the function of a pool. I'm going to draw a picture and kind of get you to understand a little of that. So if you want to take some notes, it's awesome. This is on video. You can hit rewind, but this is going to be really good for you. You learned in the first video that you ever watched with us that Apex Watershape is a subsidiary of Anglin Concrete. We have it as a doing business as just so that we're under a state licensure. Well, what Apex Watershape did is we went to school to build what's called shotcrete or gunite pools. And those are one of the types of pools that we build, but we'll call that gunite or shotcrete. Now that pool is made from a concrete base. So that's why we did it. Remember Anglin Concrete? R-E-T-E. Can't spell. So it's a concrete based pool, meaning that we can take a gunite or a shotcrete build and we can make it extremely custom. Like there is no limit to that build. Generally that build starts at $150,000 and goes up. That build usually has a hot tub involved. With the shotcrete gunite pool, we have self-cleaning floor systems that help us with water chemistry. With that build, we have benches. Sometimes we have grottos with waterfalls. A grotto is a bunch of rocks that are stacked up. You swim up under those rocks and you go in this little cave that you made. The name of that cave is called a grotto. It's always got lights on the inside and it's just kind of a cool place to go in there and it's really cool in there because as a waterfall falls, as water falls, it brings wind with it. A lot of people don't know that, but the wind comes in. Apex Watershape has a design feature with it as well. And I'm not really going to get into much design in any of these videos, but one thing I will talk about is this. When you go to design this right here, the designs are expensive. So the design costs anywhere from $5,000 to $20,000 to just get a design together. But I will say that the design in this is one of a kind and extremely custom for the people. And there's 5 things that we sell pools to here. And so as you are hanging out with us, I'm not going to go over those 5 because I don't want somebody else out there in pool land out here on YouTube to grab onto that and start using it. But as you work here, you'll learn what those 5 are, and you'll kind of learn how that we use those 5 things in order to combine with this and a custom design, and it caters right to the customer, man. It's really good. A shotcrete gunite pool is about $150,000 start. Is kind of where you're going to be at. That's definitely going to be for the person with the forever home, right? That's kind of where we're at. The second type of pool that we build here is a fiberglass pool. And a fiberglass pool is going to be made of a mold, okay? Our company that we represent is called Thursday Pools. They are an awesome company right out of Indiana. It's American-made product. And they have several designs. I would say somewhere around 20 designs are available with Thursday Pools. Now, the benefit to fiberglass pool is you have a lifetime warranty. And with Thursday Pools, it's not only the warranty of the homeowner, so we'll just say John Doe, but it's not only John Doe, but he can pass that warranty on one time if he owns a Thursday Pool. So it transfers one time, and that's really cool. And what's so cool about that is the lifetime warranty. If something goes wrong with this fiberglass shell, this company is going to replace that. It's a big deal. The negative to a fiberglass pool is there's certain shapes, and that's it. We are not custom. We do not have any type of custom shapes going on. It's literally just a few shapes that go in, and that's all you get. And so there's a benefit and a negative feature to both. This type of pool is about $85,000 start. It's kind of where you start on the building. Now, when I give you these prices, these are final prices, okay? And so a lot of pool people, you're gonna see a lot of my competitors around here and they're gonna say, oh, $29,900 for a pool. That is not true. I can't stress it anymore. It is not true. It's not how it works. Maybe that's what it costs for the pool package and then to dig a hole and leave. But other than that, you can't finish the pool for that. It's just not gonna happen. And so, unfortunately, people will not believe me and they will go try that. And then they will spend, maybe not 85, but they'll definitely spend 65,000 trying to get that done. And that's gonna be very unfortunate for them. And so, education, that's kind of why we do this, fiberglass pool. The third type of pool that we do is called a liner pool. A liner pool is where you take either concrete walls or you could take metal walls, either one, and you dig a hole and you put the walls in. If you want a deep end, that's fine. You scoop out the deep end, you put the deep end in. And then once you have this shell formation, you take an actual pool liner that you're gonna see and you're going to form that liner to that and you're gonna fill it up with water. It's just that easy, man. It's super simple how it works. Can the liner get a hole? They always do. Just depends on how long. Will the water leak out? Yes, every time. That's what's good about this fiberglass and even shotcrete. Like, it's rare to get leaks in these. It's very common to get leaks in this, okay? Now this is a whole lot less money here. We're probably in the vicinity of $35,000 when you come into the liner world. This liner pool can be above ground, I'll just put AG, or in ground, either one. And, in ground. So it could be either one, above ground or in ground. Now the fiberglass is in ground only, and the Shotcrete Gunite obviously is in ground only. So this is the only type of pool, liner pool, that we could offer an above ground, and we do here at Apex. And so we use a company here. Their name is Radiant Pools. Now you can get a liner pool for much less than $35,000. As a matter of fact, there's some of you out there that have seen this video or have done some shopping before, and you can get a whole above ground liner pool package for 12 grand. And that is possible, but you can't get a Radiant liner package for 12 grand, and I don't put in any other pools. And so we do this Radiant because they have a great warranty. They are made in America. They're made right up in New York. Everything about that is American made product. Everything here is American made product. And a lot of this is American made, but as we know, we have a lot of steel that comes from overseas and things. This is a steel pool. We have lots of rebar in it. It's a huge construction. Timelines, let's talk about that real quick if people ask. So this timeline is probably going to be in the vicinity of about 4 to 6 months, unless we have a harsh winter, and then it could extend more. It also depends on the design and how that goes. This timeline right here is going down to weeks now. We could be anywhere from 3 to 6 weeks. Matter of fact, we started one. I'm making this video on September 10th. We started a pool on September 2nd, and today we are completely backfilled. We're putting on an auto cover tomorrow, and we should be done with the pavers at the end of next week. So that's probably going to be somewhere around a 3-week build on that pool. It's a fiberglass. And then the liner pool is about the same. It's about a 3 to 6 week build. It really depends on how it goes. It is what it is. This is a lot longer. It's all custom. Every piece of steel is put in place by hand. That's just how that goes. And so these are the type of pools that we have. You say, Jonathan, I don't know much about pools, man. You're gonna have to explain how it works. Well, I'm gonna do that right now, because a lot of you watching this video, you know how to swim in a pool, but you really don't know that much about a pool. You just know that you go swimming in it. So every pool is going to have, lots of pools, not every pool, but lots of pools are going to have a deep end, okay, and a shallow end. All right, and there's an invisible line here, and then this is like a ramp that goes down. You already know, right? And then on this end, you're gonna have the end come in, and then you got like a diving board here, right? That's how that goes. So this is for a diving board, okay, excellent. Well, now, on the side of the pool, somewhere, usually on the deep end, there's a little bitty guy right here, and he's called a skimmer. That's what he's called. And the point of the skimmer is to suck water. He's on the suction side of the pump. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Also on the suction side of the pump are two little holes right here in the bottom on most pools. I'm talking about all the pools that I just listed for you. That's how it works. These are called main drains. So you got a skimmer here, and you got these two guys, which are called main drains. And all of that stuff works with what's called water chemistry. In another video that you're going to see for Blue Splash, we're talking about water chemistry, and we're talking about how that water has 6 different chemicals and how we maintain it, keep it clear, and keep it healthy. Dirty water is unhealthy water. And so you got this going on. Well, let me come on this side real quick. I want to talk about this. So let's talk about the components of the pool, and then as we talk about the components, I'm going to relate it to this picture right here that I just drew that is so beautiful. I probably am going to be an artist one day, most likely. Probably will. But it's not today. Got to put some steps in there. We can't just, what are we going to fall out? No, you got to have steps. Okay. All right, so those are janky steps, aren't they? You guys? Okay, maybe I'll write it. Maybe I'll put steps here in case y'all are like, what is that? Okay, there's steps. All right, so let's talk about a pump. This is kind of going to be kind of a unique looking drawing, but it's definitely going to be something that you'll see many times. So a pump looks like this. In the back of the pump, there's this thing called the motor. In the middle of the pump, right here, this little section, it's called the impeller. And on the front of the pump, this little guy right here, he's called the pump basket. Now listen, pump baskets always have these cartridges in them. And those things are designed, those baskets are designed to collect trash. Because on the suction side of this, there is a basket in the skimmer, but on the main drain there's not. So when these little guys come out and they run down to the pump, they're going to kind of come out of the pool like this, and they're going to run right over here to the pump. And when they do, they're going to all three connect together, and they're going to go into the pump. Let me just put a P for pump, okay? So this is the suction side of the pump. Now listen, this pump and this suction is in the front, okay? So the suction goes in the front every time. I'm going to write it